Welcome to Journey to Esquire, the podcast. I'm Jocelyn Hardrick, founder and president of Diversity Access Pipeline, Inc., the company behind this podcast and other great programs, like Journey to Esquire Scholarship and Leadership Program, which provides $2,000 cash scholarships to third-year law students and internships to second-year law students, along with leadership training and mentors. And Journey to Esquire, the blog, which provides insightful articles to help navigate you through law school and beyond. Find out more on our website, www.journeytoesquire.com.
So my name is Forest Sutton. I'm a Stetson student and also a scholar for the Journey to Esquire program. First and foremost, Journey to Esquire has been an invaluable program for me. Obviously, it was designed to provide opportunities for minority students to kind of hone their skills before they got into the profession. But for me, it's been much more than that. It's been something that has kind of molded my personal development, my personal skills, and helped me to grow for the future. Coming in to my third year and coming into the program specifically, reflections was something I never really did, right? Like for me, I thought if I did something and I did it, pretty well, I must have known how it worked, how to do it again, how to replicate that success, but that wasn't the case. And so having to sit down and kind of go through these modules and subsequently finish the reflections, I realized how little I knew before and how much kind of going through these again made me a stronger and more well-rounded person. Specifically, you talk about leadership. I think for me coming in, I had a very one-dimensional outlook on leadership. Kind of, I used to think, oh, well, for me, it's just, just get things done, right? But I think there's a lot more that goes to it, going through these modules, learning from other leaders. I've come to find out that it's a lot more about setting things up for success for the future, and having the wherewithal to care about what comes next, what comes after for those who follow, and also making leaders out of the people that you work with. And that's something, I wasn't very informed on coming into the program, coming into my third year was something that I've developed going into my second semester. And I've been fortunate, since joining the program to win, awards at Stetson for leadership. And that's something I don't know would have happened otherwise. In addition, mental health. I think mental health is something that a lot of people, let alone law students, kind of take for granted. And I'm kind of in that boat too. I never really thought about it, but program has kind of redefined that for me. Coming in to law school and again coming to my third year, I suffered from, stress-related autoimmune disease, and it was something, I kind of just figured out as I went along. Usually what would happen is I would, start stressing. I would lose my hair in certain places, and something that first off a lot of people didn't know, but that's something I struggled with. And so, coming into the program, I thought I had a handle on it, but I realized that something that this program provides that I didn't know before is figuring yourself out, right? And that's one of the biggest takeaways. Obviously, bar prep, obviously the legal writing seminars, all those have been something that I've taken to heart. They've been invaluable in my development as a future advocate. But the self-awareness that I've been able to come away with is something that I can't forget, even when I'm not practicing law. Being able to know myself and that personal growth that this program has provided me is something that's going to stick with me forever. In addition, just the planning ahead, the forward thinkingness that Journey to Esquire has provided. I think in law school, I had a tendency to kind of be in the moment. That's something that you can't do. I mean, you always have to be thinking, what comes next and kind of how can I set myself up for future success. And so, going through these modules, thinking about, the next steps and having that forward thinking mindset is something that is going to set me up for future development as well. And in addition to personal development, I mean, I couldn't undersell the professional side at all. I mean, you talk about the networking, the mentoring, all those modules are something that I've taken to heart. And it's not just mentoring people that are getting mentorship from people that are currently practicing, but even from my fellow scholars. When we have these group discussions, I learn things that I wouldn't have learned otherwise. I take away qualities and I take away advice that people either that are older or have more experience than me in certain areas help me develop it as a person. And in addition, I mean, branding and marketing. I mean, that's something I've always kind of taken to heart, coming into law school. But this program has helped me to grow, and in that growth, I've learned just how important it is my brand and how to market myself. You talk about LinkedIn or just that face-to-face kind of connection. It's been invaluable for me during the Esquire has been. So kind of, in conclusion, I really want to thank obviously Jocelyn, but everyone that's been involved, and not just the Journey to Esquire board and the interns, but my fellow scholars, because I think you guys have had a positive outlook and a positive reaction on me to help me develop as a advocate, help me develop as a person. And so I think everyone involved has kind of catered to that growth as a future lawyer. And I look forward to paying it forward. And that's a module that we went through that really affected me because I know I may not be in a situation I'm in without Journey to Esquire and without those that were involved. And so I want to be that spark for others who come after. And I think that the skills I've learned aren't just skills to get past the bar, aren't just skills to be a entering lawyer, but lifelong skills that I take to heart to grow every day and help others grow too. So thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to another great episode of Journey to Esquire, the podcast. Support, share, subscribe. And for more, visit www.journeytoesquire.com.